Hello, YouTube world! Welcome to Dreamtime, episode 13, where I'll be talking about 3 dreams: zombie dream, car and fire dream, and growing plants dream. And speaking of growing plants, I just want to shout out to my sis who watched one of my videos and saw that my plants behind me were looking a little pathetic. It was because I was afraid of overwatering them, but their brownness should have clued me in that they needed more water, so I decided to just be careful and add a little bit more water, and they are coming back super strong and super green. So now I'm trying to at least water them every other day, if not every day. I realize now that every plant is different. Sometimes they need more water. Anyway, let's talk about dreams. I haven't talked to you in a while. I've had 3 really interesting dreams in the past couple weeks, a couple of them very recent. I'm going to start with the least recent one, which is the zombie one. I don't think I've talked about zombies yet, but I may have. I know I had one freaky dream in one of my videos. This dream was particularly interesting to me because it kept happening again and again. I would have the zombie dream, I would wake up, go back to sleep, have the zombie dream. I'm pretty sure I was waking up, but I definitely was conscious of a repeat dream that I would in some way leave the dream or the situation, and then I would have a repeat at least 3 times. I don't remember much now because unfortunately I did not write it down in a dream journal, but I do know that the zombies were coming closer and closer, and I had it happen 3 times. So what was interesting to me about that dream is zombies are aspects of yourself that you thought had changed but hadn't. They weren't really dead. They came back to life. They're coming back to get you. So what's really helpful for me when I seek to understand my dreams and use them to help me grow is to look at the emotions behind them. There was definitely a lot of fear, and I know what was happening to me in my real life, in my physical experience that matched that level of fear was this very intense, strange fear of inadequacy, a fear of maybe getting fired, fear of people disapproving, that I don't think really had a lot of grounding in reality, but that somehow had gotten triggered by maybe a past life trigger or something happening in the earth's energy, and it was really intense. And I guess I hadn't experienced that scenario of fear in a while, and that's why it was the zombies. And the 3 times, I think it was because it was so intense and because it was repeating throughout the day, even when I wasn't directly in the situation. And I think the dreams were also trying to get my attention. So if you have a dream multiple times, it means your inner self is really trying to get your attention. So please pay attention. That was dream 1. Dream 2 was a couple days ago, and I decided to go ahead and get some help on that one. I called up the director of the Bolingbrook School of Metaphysics, who's my friend, Jorge, and asked him for some insight. Because sometimes it's just helpful to bounce things off of someone, especially if it's someone who is studying their dreams daily and has been studying their dreams daily and working with others and helping them understand their dreams pretty frequently. And quick plug for the School of Metaphysics, they are going to have their National Dream Hotline. It's usually the last week of April, so watch for me talking about that. Google it, som.org, check out that stuff. You can call in for free, get your dream interpreted. So this dream was very strange, which is why I was excited to talk about it with you. I love strange dreams because it means something different is going on, right? In this dream, I was driving down the highway, and I actually recognized the highway. I was close to my house. It was 55. I was pretty close to home, but I became cognizant of cars in front of me and kind of around me that were on fire. They're on fire, and I don't remember exactly how they're located, but I remember I was trying to kind of keep driving and maneuver around them, but I wasn't really sure I could avoid them, and I didn't know what was going to be coming from behind me, people having to suddenly stop. So I left my car. I left it, and the next thing that I remember in the dream is that I was at the place for insurance. So I don't have any cognizance of what happened between leaving my car and being at the insurance place, which was very strange to me. And then I remember at the insurance place, realizing I had no idea where my car was because I just abandoned it. And I remember seeing a TV and there being an image of a huge pileup of cars, and I figured, well, my car must be in there somewhere. And behind the desk was my mom. So what really stuck out to me in that dream is that I had left my car, which signified to me leaving my body, because your body, if you're using the universal language of mind that I learned through the School of Metaphysics, is symbolic of your... Oh, let me start over. Your body holds your mind. So if you look at that symbolically, the car is getting you inside your mind from place to place. So the car is symbolic of your body, whereas you in your dream are an aspect of your mind. So I'm like, oh my gosh, I just left my body. what happened there? But as I was talking with Jorge, I realized it was a getting ungrounded. When you're very present and very aware of your physical body, then you're very grounded, you're very in the moment present. So what he explained to me is that the car driving down the highway is full speed ahead in the direction. I know where I'm going. It's probably heading home. He said that's probably your vision. So I know exactly where I want to go. I'm moving full speed ahead, but I'm getting thrown off by other things in my environment, maybe that are expanding, maybe that are kind of explosive. They're throwing me off, and I'm not, it could be distractions in my own mind really that are just kind of exploding, and I'm not having that clarity of purpose anymore. I'm getting ungrounded. I'm leaving my body mentally and just getting lost in the mind and getting discombobulated. And he pointed out that all people are aspects of yourself. So my mom is an aspect of me, and parents represent your origin aspects. Something like, where you came from, who you really are, as your true self, which is connected to who you are in this physical reality, but it's more of how you started before you were affected in this lifetime. And then with the insurance, he asked me, well, what does insurance represent? And I said, it represents security, safety, stability. So I said, okay, so I had my vision, I got ungrounded because I was thrown off by distractions and expansions and needing more focus, and I was able to reconnect to my stability and security by reconnecting with who I really am, which makes sense. I've been experiencing a lot of emotional turmoil, which after talking with someone on Friday, I realized may have something to do with having a Gemini moon, the crazy mood swings. But I've been thinking and getting messages about spirituality and connecting to source and love and the truth of who I am, maybe even writing and journaling with my true self. There's that stability back in that helps me get back on track on where I want to go. So that was cool. Cool dream. And really quickly, the last dream is one that I had this morning. I had a couple dreams this morning. Some of it involved alcohol, which is a will buster in the universal language of mind. If you look at alcohol, it depends on how you use it. It can sometimes be used as an escape. Sometimes that happens with me if I'm having emotions that I don't know how to deal with. a drink could calm me down. So it's using kind of an easy way out. Maybe it can sometimes be used as avoidance. At least that's how I was using it. So I think that's how that dream was talking to me about how there's an opportunity to be a little bit more disciplined or take a different route with the decisions I'm making and how I am interacting with and controlling my emotions. So that was not as fun a dream. But the fun dream was I dreamt that I was in a room and there were plants in the room, kind of like there are around here. You can see some behind me. There are a couple to the side, but they were against the wall, and they were pretty tall plants, almost like small trees in the room I was in. And I thought I was seeing movement, and I thought maybe the plants were getting bigger, and I was like, I don't know. And then I really paid close attention while I was in the room with them, and I noticed that yes, they were actually growing bigger as I was in the room. So I remember I've had plants that I looked up before when I was doing dream interpretation for myself, and they had to do with intuition, which is something that I'm really into right now, is growing my intuition. And something I was thinking about yesterday, which helped me make an easy connection with the dream, is the importance of presence. I actually went back the last couple days, starting with the very first intuitive report that I received in the School of Metaphysics, which now is probably 4 years ago. I listened to every report I've gotten since 4 years ago, and what really stuck out was the need for being present and still, especially with my healing quality too. They kept talking about the importance of being still, and especially with receiving information, channeling from my true self, from angels, from any other vibration that I'm hoping to receive from, the importance of stillness and controlling the mind, and also the importance of service, just for the sake of service. And I've been taking that to heart, and yesterday I was conscious of the way I was serving, just for the sake of serving, just to give. And I gave a couple of free healings to my family. I'm not supposed to charge right now anyway because I'm new, but I just gave them freely because I sometimes am told that my hands tingle because they need to be used for healing, and they were starting to feel something like tingling. So I did a couple healings and just really focused on being still and the connection between me and the person who I was helping to reconnect to their wholeness. And I did feel some differences in the healing. I was definitely more still. I thought I felt more heat. One of my family members felt more heat, and I was just noticing what was going on with my body. So I think that was a good job dream, the plant one. Your presence, being present in the space, in your body, being grounded, kind of relating to the car dream, is growing your intuition, is growing really your connection with spirit. So, food for thought. If you've had any car dreams, I love car dreams because I have so many of them, which, as I'm thinking about it, probably makes sense since grounding is important to me in this lifetime. I would love to hear about your car dreams. I would love to hear about any zombie dreams, those aspects of you coming back to get you that you're like, oh, not again, I thought this was done. Or any dreams of plants, or any dreams at all. I love that stuff. Shout out to random person. I should have prepared with this. I don't know if people want me to share about them or not, but I did have someone comment on one of my earlier videos and ask a question about the dream, and I answered, and I hope that was helpful feedback. I loved that. Please keep doing that if you see this, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your weekend, if it's a weekend for you, a wonderful rest of your week, and sweet dreams. Much love and many blessings. Bye now.